Thomas Jefferson High School for Science and Technology was founded in 1985. TJ, as it is affectionately known, was phased in over a 2-year period, replacing the older Thomas Jefferson High School, which had opened in 1964. These schools' namesake, Thomas Jefferson, was one of the founding fathers of the United States and was our nation's 3rd president. Thomas Jefferson, born in 1743 in Albemarle County, Virginia, to Peter Jefferson and Jane Randolph, enrolled in the College of William and Mary in Williamsburg, Virginia, shortly before his 17th birthday. After graduation, Jefferson began his career as an attorney, and in 1769 was elected as delegate to the Virginia General Assembly, beginning a long and distinguished career as a statesman. Jefferson was the principal author of the Declaration of Independence, drafter of the Virginia Statute for Religious Freedom, the second governor of Virginia during the American Revolutionary War, and was the U.S. Minister to France in the late 1780s. He was also the first U.S. Secretary of State, the second Vice President of the United States, and was President of the United States from 1801 to 1809. As President, in 1802, Thomas Jefferson established the U.S. Military Academy at West Point, New York. In 1803, he arranged the Louisiana Purchase, which more than doubled the size of the United States. And in 1807, signed the Act Prohibiting Importation of Slaves into law, which from the American viewpoint abolished the international slave trade. In his private time, Thomas Jefferson pursued many interests, including archaeology, by collecting a variety of Native American artifacts, paleontology, by collecting mammoth and dinosaur fossils, music, by playing the cello and violin, architecture, by designing buildings. And along with all of this, Jefferson spoke 6 languages. Perhaps the most famous of his architectural designs is his home, Monticello, whose name in Italian means Little Mountain. Monticello, located near Charlottesville, Virginia, was a 5,000-acre plantation, which Jefferson had inherited in 1757. Construction of the house began in 1768. In 1772, Thomas Jefferson married Martha Wales Skelton. The couple eventually had 6 children, only 2 of whom lived into adulthood. DNA testing in the year 2000 added evidence to long-held beliefs that Thomas Jefferson also fathered children with one of his slaves, Sally Hemings. Thomas Jefferson's history with slavery is a complicated one. Jefferson voiced opposition to the African slave trade as early as 1776, writing a clause in the Declaration of Independence attacking slavery and the institution of the slave trade by Great Britain. It was removed by the document's drafting committee. As president, Jefferson abolished the importation of slaves, but himself held approximately 175 enslaved persons, and, unlike some of his contemporaries, did not free them upon his death. Following his second term as president, Jefferson retired to his Monticello estate, keeping busy with visitors and his many interests. After the British Army burned the government buildings in Washington, D.C. in August 1814 during the War of 1812, Jefferson donated his personal library of more than 6,400 books to the Library of Congress to replenish its collection. In 1819, at age 76, Jefferson founded the University of Virginia and later designed many of its buildings. Thomas Jefferson passed away on July 4, 1826, coincidentally the same day as his friend and rival John Adams. Jefferson was buried on the grounds of his Monticello estate. 3 Fairfax County public schools have been named in his honor.